Hello everyone, Xanatos here, and welcome to another episode of Overwatch How I Play series. Today we're looking at our next defensive hero, WidowMaker. Now, she's just like a, your typical sniper, and you're probably asking yourself, hey, why does Overwatch have two snipers, Hanzo and then WidowMaker? Well, that's because Hanzo's more better when it comes to closer combat sniping compared to WidowMaker, because he can fire off his bows a little bit faster as well as hit things that are a lot easier that's closer compared to WidowMaker. But let's go ahead and kind of go into and kind of explain a little bit more about why she excels a lot better with long range. One of which is that she actually has a scope. She actually can has better way of targeting people from longer distance compared to Hanzo, where you basically just have to use your naked eye in order to pick someone off with Hanzo. But with WidowMaker, you actually have a scope and you can actually fire from a longer distance and be more accurate. Also, her weapon, unlike Hanzo, doesn't drop off with the as far as like the distance. So like where Hanzo not only does it just basically, it takes a while to travel there, and not only that, it drops off as it gets closer to the target, or further away from the target, sorry. While with WidowMaker, as long as you have your cursor right on top of the on your target, it's going to hit no matter what. So, and yeah, let's see, what is her weapon called? Just the... okay, it's actually kind of cool. The Widow's Kiss. So her sniper rifle actually has several modes. You have the sniper mode, which if you just hold down your right click button, it takes you into your aiming mode, and you can simply just fire your shot. Now you'll notice in the cursor, right below it, you have this little thing that says power, and right now it's at 100%. And what that is that it actually takes the time to charge to be at full damage. So just like the sniper from TF2, where the longer you have it aimed, the more damage that it does. Now, I mean, you can go ahead and fire beforehand as well and still do a little bit of damage, but it's best to go ahead and wait until it's totally full. Now, her other version of this gun, which is just her primary fire, you just don't hold down the right mouse button, it's just a simple assault rifle, like so. Now this is better if you are in a situation where, like Tracer or Reaper or anyone comes up to you really close up and starts firing at you. You can switch to this weapon and spray and pray that you're going to be able to take them out before they take you out. Alright, her other abilities are Grappling Hook, which you just saw right there when I was going from higher positioning there. Basically, it's very simple. You just basically aim it in a general direction of where you want to go up to, and it'll latch on without any effort whatsoever, and then you'll be to your destination. There is a little bit like, it's not infinite. Like, if you try to go for it from back here, you're not going to reach your spot that you want to grab. It will grab walls too, like you saw there, which I don't know why it was aiming for there. That's kind of weird. Let's go ahead and go back to the wait for the cooldown to finish off here. Huh. It's just decided to, I guess, select something that's a little bit closer to its range. But anyways, if you're not close enough to the area that you want to grapple, it will not actually hook. Now, you don't want to use this thing very often because it has a 12-second cooldown, and it's good to use it to prep yourself up for facing or trying to find a nice sniper nest and do your camping. But after which, you kind of want to go ahead and keep it off cooldown as much as possible, because if you ever have a Genji or someone on your butt, you want to be able to get away from them as soon as possible. So if you go down here and kind of trick them to follow you down, then you can go back up here and start sniping again. And it's kind of like the way to do it. But if you're doing that and if I for some reason decide just to use the grapple like in this room right here, it's like, oh, well, that's it for the 12 seconds. So now I come down here and they're still following you and you have no escape. You have no escape. You're just basically just walking everywhere until you either find a teammate or maybe turn around and start firing with your assault rifle. Not that you can't, kill them with your assault rifle, but it's a lot harder to take them down in comparison to what you're used to with your long-range sniper rifle. That's like a one-shot kill. Also, another thing to mention with her sniper rifle is that if you notice in the her shots there, there's 30 rounds right now. Now, when it's fully charged, it takes 3 shots. So keeping that in mind. So if you're like, down to like, gotta do one more without spending it. Yes, all right. If you're down to like 1, actually no. Yeah, you can go ahead and shoot it with your last one single shot, even though that's weird. You'd think it wouldn't do as much damage if it's only one less shot left, but apparently it does just as much damage. Very weird. Alright, that's something to keep in mind. I'm not sure if that's intended for or not, but so yeah, you don't have to worry about... I figured you probably have to worry about your weapon not doing as much damage if it's at the last bullet or whatever, because like I said, a charged shot takes 3 rounds. And actually, I wonder if if I can get it between the middle shot. No, 7. Now, just any kind of actually just shoot it right off. All right, just any sniper shot is going to take 3 shots, whether if it's charged or not. So if I just fire it right now, it's going to do 3 shots no matter what. But if it's in assault rifle mode, it's going to do 1 shot per shot. And that's it. And that's pretty much something to basically keep in mind whenever you're playing Black Widow. And you think, you have a lot of shots left over, and you're like, wait, why am I going through my bullets so quick? Well, that's because each sniper shot you take is going to take 3 bullets each. Alright. Her other ability is Venom Mine, which is what you see there when I launched it a little bit earlier there. And what that's going to do, it doesn't do a lot of damage, but what it does do is alert you of people who are coming by. And as you can see, it does okay damage if they're actually sitting in the poison, but they're not going to be... Not many people are going to be sitting there on the poison. So as far as doing some damage, it's not going to do a lot, but this is what it will do for you. If I were to put this down here and I'm just trying to snipe someone from somewhere, and all of a sudden, oh, it's been triggered, that means, oh, there's someone over here. And so that kind of keeps you on your toes as to if people are going to be about to flank you or not. This will also be will go off if it's destroyed as well. So it's just a kind of nice countermeasure to anyone that tries to ambush you. So let's just say that I'm trying to snipe down there, and this guy, is going to try to come and flank me. Well, that's going to come off, and that's going to say trigger on the thing, and I'm like, oh, there's someone coming down this way. So then, at that point, it's a good time to go ahead and start running away, or put your aims in that direction of where they're coming from and try to take them out as soon as possible. And finally, her last ability, Infrared Sight, is a kind of as you can see in her little portrait there in the bottom left there, it's a little goggle thing that allows you to see all the enemies through walls, kind of like a little wall hack. And with that, you can easily set up your shots oh, there's someone right there, then you peek around the corner and hit them just like so. Very good way to be able to take out the enemy without them seeing you at the last moment. This will also affect your teammates as well, so it's best to go ahead and use that whenever it's up to not only help you but also your teammates as well. So let me go ahead and show this to you one more time. Okay, so yeah, you just hit Q, and it's a fairly short timer. So yeah, just
no one can hide from my
and like I said, you know, you can use this to like, you know, peek around a corner and go boop. It won't be able to know when you're coming, but you'll be able to tell where they're at immediately when you pop around that corner. So it's a really great way to get some headshots without being targeted as soon as you go around the corner or whatever. So, pros and cons to Black Widow. Her biggest weakness, obviously, is any characters that are quick, such as Genji or Tracer, Lucio, anyone that's just really fast moving, because obviously, you know, it's hard to hit a moving target, especially if your aim is like basically pinpoint accuracy. So if you're not, you know, able to keep up with hitting someone with your reticle or with your cursor, then you're going to end up missing. So anyone that's really quick is really good. Reaper's actually good as well. I mean, he's not quick, but man, if you can get behind a Widowmaker or a Hanzo with the Reaper, more likely than not, the Reaper is going to definitely win that fight because of close quarters combat is his domain, while Hanzo and Widowmaker is not their domain at all. So definitely, Reaper is definitely a good counter against Widowmaker as well. I keep wanting to say Black Widow, but it's Widowmaker, and I keep making that mistake. Let's see, people that she's good against. Torbjorn, especially. Let's see, anything that's like stationary. So Torbjorn, Bastion, tanks can be okay. I mean, she's not gonna do great against tanks unless she gets some nice headshots on them. But she's going against like a, I don't know, Reinhardt or something. Anything with a barrier, she's going to have a lot more difficult time with, because while the sniper rifle does a lot of damage if you get a headshot with it, it's not going to do much with a shield of either Zarya or Reinhardt or what have you. Let's see, what else is she good with though? And yeah, I did mention, you know, that she's good against like Bastion and Torbjorn. They being defensive characters, and so is she. And I mentioned before, you know, defensive characters are best for defensive roles, and I still stand by that. But that's not to say that Black Widow and Hanzo can't be used for attack purposes, or any defense character really. But actually, Black Widow or Hanzo are perfect counters for anything stationary, such as a Bastion or a Torbjorn. So if your team is getting dominating, and it's because of a Bastion or because of a Torbjorn, go ahead and switch to your defensive characters of the sniper race of either Hanzo or Widowmaker. I keep on saying Black Widow. And just go ahead and take those things out as quickly as possible, helping your team push into further areas. And yeah, let's see, anything else she's good against? That's pretty much it. I mean, any squishy target, she can pretty much maybe one-shot a lot of people, like without even doing headshots, such as Tracer or Genji or Zenyatta. You know, she's good against like any squishy target, really. Soldier 76. I mean, yeah. I mean, especially people who have like 150 health, such as Zenyatta or Genji. I think Genji actually has 200. He may have 150, but I can't remember. Sorry, but it's low. It's pretty low. But if you can actually hit Genji, you know, go for it. But like I said before, he's a really good counter against Widowmaker just because of his ability to like move from one place to the other. But I believe that is it. Yeah, like, and again, like I said, you know, a good strategy with Grappling Hook is to, like, basically, let's just say there's a Reaper right here and he's shooting at me, and I drop down and he falls with me, and I can just simply do this and go back up without him having to come back and, you know, do any more damage to me.
Can hide from my sight.
Because it's best to just go ahead and evade Reaper or anyone else that's chasing you than it is to just go fight him with your assault rifle. I mean, not that you can or can't, but it's a lot safer than just trying to take them out. But yeah, like a lot of time I just like being able just to you know, juke people by simply, you know, jumping off and then just go ahead and grappling when I'm still in the air while they're trying to, you know, chase me in the process, so I can go do something like this where it's like whee, and I grapple and then, you know, I'm back up again. You know, it's kind of like Spider-Man in a way. But that's pretty much God, I keep on saying Black Widow, WidowMaker. So with that, let's go ahead and go into a game here. Go into a quick play. And again, it doesn't really matter if it's too much if I go against a defense or offense level. You know, she probably would be better at defense, but she can also excel pretty well with offense as well. Again, if they have like a really hard defensive line such as Bastion and Torbjorn. And as another thing, as a Widowmaker that you want to keep in mind when you're playing her is that you're going to have to rely a lot on healing yourself. So with that, you need to know where all the health packs are, because, I mean, yeah, you can go ahead and, like, you know, chase down a healer and try to get yourself up again, but more than often than not, you're going to have to rely on yourself to keep yourself up in order to continue the game, because, you know, you should be out, like, on the sidelines, and you should be picking people off from far distance, and the healer is going to be more likely with the front line and keeping people up. So don't rely on them to keep you up in that process. I mean, not to say, you know, a Mercy can't, you know, put a damage boost on you and do a lot more damage, but they're probably better suited for keeping or staying in the front line and keeping people up. And it's doing that thing again where it's not showing my Q here. So I'm going to go ahead and reset it again and have it. There we go. Well, whatever. Okay. So we're doing skirmish right now. So I'll go ahead and pick her.
One shot.
See how long this goes for. Excuse me. Alright. And we're just gonna... there's a Reinhardt there. He's just gonna fall off the side for no apparent reason. There's also a Soldier 76, which kind of just sitting in one spot for some reason, whatever. I guess he was finding a game, I guess. So yeah, right now I'm just, I know it's a skirmish, but I'm just trying to find, like, high ground.
The enemies
and just hit them, you know, from long distance, you know. Again, she excels at long distance, and other people such as McCree and Soldier 76, I mean, they can hit people from long distances, but their damage drops the further away their target is. Let's see, here's someone coming up here. So I'm going to put that there, so if someone decides to come use that door, I'll know they're coming from that direction. Nope, I see someone there, but I think. Nope, they're gone. Alright, looks like we're joining a game. Joining a game.
Now arriving.
Oh, this is actually not a great place for a sniper, unfortunately. Why does this keep happening to me? Not that she can't work on this map, it's just she does not excel on maps like these. That's fine though, we'll make this work. What was it like last game? I played as Torbjorn and I was on an attack map which was like a control point. Still able to win that, but I'm pretty sure I was being carried by the rest of my team with that, but it was still an interesting game to say the least.
One kill.
Oh, we really need a healer more than a Symmetra. I mean, yeah, she'll work, but we are going to go down pretty easily. Can I seriously not? There, go down, go down. There you go. Oh, I was going to shoot that. All right. There are some nice sniping perches on this map for WidowMaker. Keep one safe like Widow. Such as up here. And we'll go ahead and see what we can see. Oh god. And I got a rocket to the face there. I'm gonna go ahead and pull back a little bit. I'm actually not too familiar with this map, so it's gonna be a little difficult for me than it would be for anyone else who's more familiar with it than I am. Where is that Diva? I was expecting her to move than just sit there.
We must hold the point against their attack. Reinforce our defenses.
Yeah, I know I'm a horrible sniper. But you see, even though I hit him in the body, that did 75 damage, it's still a lot. Can I go up here? Yes, I can. Yep. Totally horrible sniper, have I mentioned. Let's see if I can help my team in there. Looks like they're fine. See? Horrible sniper. I have a very jerkiness when I try to shoot at something, as you will definitely notice whenever I try to snipe someone. Yeah, that is interesting. Oh shit! I was pulled by Roadhog there at the last moment. Again, it's not best to be on the low ground with everyone else on your team, but I was making sure that they were not taking the point. I'll go ahead and use the infrared so my team can be aware of where the enemy is coming from, but as you can see on here... One second. Oh crap. And... wasn't able to get anyone there.
Bad guys.
I'm gonna go and put a thing there.
Our point is under attack. Let us welcome our guests.
Again, have I mentioned how much of a sniper I am as being horrible at it? Oh shit, freaking rocket in the face by Farah, but we will be able to capture the point. Again, this is not really a good spot for WidowMaker in general. I mean, she's better off like being in areas where she can like snipe from longer distance, and the way this map is made, it makes it really difficult to be in positions like that. But we're gonna make it work somehow, but it looks like our team is definitely doing most of the work here. I'm just kind of in the way, just shooting randomly at people and being as little help as possible for my team. Let's see, go ahead and go up here and see if I can get... Oh yeah, I can get a good range down here. Is that all I'm gonna see though? Oh, there's... Ah, come on. You got someone.
The objective is now active.
Oh, I got a headshot off that one. As you can see with the tank, I got a headshot off that, but it was only 50% of the damage. So, it takes a lot to take a tanks down, but definitely still possible, you know. Oh, crap. And I am totally missing. Okay. Totally missing every single shot. I actually hit someone there.
No one
Go ahead and put infrared so I can actually get a good spot on these guys. And it looks like they're all just kind of sitting in that room there. Hopefully my teammates will see that. And we'll just continue doing what we're doing. We seem to be in a good spot right here. You know, it's kind of back in our own base, and we're able to pick some of these guys off. Ah, I'm totally gonna miss that shot. I hear someone coming up here, in which case I'm gonna go and put that there, just in case. Bear's probably definitely gonna be trying to go for my position right now, since I've been making my position quite known for a while. I'll go ahead and see if I can switch things up. I will, but I totally missed still. Doing little damage to Diva and totally missing with... Oh, there! Now I get a headshot! Jeez. Alright.
I've got you in my sights.
Gonna throw a poison out there for my friends, just to do a little damage. They go in the center there. And still just trying to pick them off as soon as they come into my view. There's a Diva.
We must hold the point against an attack.
Ah! Like I said, Tracer and Lucio are really hard targets to hit, especially when they're small like that. And sure enough, I was going to say that Farrah was going to definitely go for my position, and here she is, using her ultimate just for me. Kind of felt a little special there, actually. I don't want to be in this position, as much as I like that portal. Let's see if I can get back over here. And oh god,
Smoke him out.
she's so small, so hard to hit. And so is Lucio. Again, I'm not a great, you know, sniper, so it's not really showing the best of her abilities here. Go ahead and use infrared again for my team so they can know where they're coming from. We got a Lucio by himself back here for some reason. That was kind of dumb of me to try to attack him. I'm just doing awful right now. Okay, we're gonna go and ignore those freaking rocket launchers there. Oh man, I hear a Tracer. She's around here too. Nope, she's down. Yep, and we got a Farrah. She's definitely wants me down. I'm gonna see if... Oh, this is such a bad idea. This is such a bad idea. So you can see, you know, I was using my grappling hook for stupid things, and sure enough, as soon as someone like a Reaper was on my tail, I did not have the use of it, so I was basically going down without any type of escape. I mean, I could, you know, use my assault rifle, but it's not gonna do much against a freaking Reaper. Again, I'm just keeping my distance and just picking them off as we go. So, yep, that's pretty much WidowMaker in a nutshell. I mean, this wasn't probably the best example of her, but hopefully that will give you kind of an idea of like how to play her. Again, I did not really use really good examples with her, but hopefully you can learn something from this regardless. Oh man, Tracer did some good plays there. So yeah, we'll go ahead and give this to, man, 89% on fire. That's pretty damn good. You get it, buddy. You get it. And so yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So with that, we'll go ahead and end it here. Our next character will be a tank or a warrior. Actually, what do they call it in here? They call it a... I'm gonna guess... What would they call it? Warrior? Tank. Alright, it is a tank. So our first tank is going to be one of my favorite tanks, Diva. She has a really cool play style that I really enjoy, and she's more of a, you know, a harasser than a tank herself, which I'll get more into detail and depth with our next gameplay. So with that, I want to go ahead and end it here, and thank you guys for watching. Continue staying awesome, and I will see you next time. Laters.
Win.